Stopper Rubber Flexx products can be used in so many different ways. Welcome to Tomahawk DIY. I'm Mike. Let's take a look at 6 of the very different ways we can use Rubber Flexx products. Rubberizing tool handles, repairing leaky rain gutters, filling concrete expansion joints, stopping a leaking pipe, fixing a leaky roof, repairing and waterproofing a flower pot. Both the liquid rubber coating and the waterproof tape have amazing leak stopping abilities, and they will stick to almost any surface. Throughout this video, I'll mention points to consider to ensure you get the very best results from Rubber Flexx products. We're going to use Leak Stopper Rubber Flexx liquid coating to take care of some tool handles. And so this liquid rubber coating will do just that. This comes in 3 different colors. I've got white, I've got gray, and I've got clear. Let me show you how to apply it. It's super easy. You're going to use some acetone. It's very important that you apply Rubber Flexx liquid coating to surfaces that are clean and dry for them to work and adhere properly. Now I want to thank the Gardner-Gibson Company, the makers of Rubber Flexx, for sponsoring this video. I've suspended these up in the air. I wanted to get them above some plastic and make it easy to coat on all sides, and any drips that come off land on the plastic. So for kind of a cool finish, you can just dip this whole thing in. This is where having plastic on the ground below makes a lot of sense. Now for the handle of this shovel, I'm going to use this white Rubber Flexx just to demonstrate the different color. Now this stuff will stick to a lot of different surfaces, so it should adhere really nicely to this wood handle. If you think your surface might be too smooth, you can always rough it up a little bit with some sandpaper or a wire brush. You can see I'm applying a liberal coating of this Rubber Flexx. So I'm excited to use this clear liquid rubber coating on this rake handle. It's going to show through this red that I've painted on here just to help keep track of which tools are mine when I'm out working with other people. Rubber Flexx is great at stopping leaky rain gutters. See this thing dripping, and it's headed all down the side of the house, causing some problems. I've got a 2-part system here. We've got the liquid rubber coating and the waterproof tape. One of the most important steps is cleaning the area where we need to apply the Rubber Flexx products. So we're going to start by cleaning this. Get it cleaned off and nice and ready for this coat of Rubber Flexx liquid. Now this waterproof tape has incredible adhesion and can be installed on all sorts of building surfaces in hot and cold weather. So now all we're going to do is take some scissors and cut this stuff to length, however it's going to best fit in our particular application. And then the back side there's a release liner or a tape that you peel back when it's time to adhere. Now be sure you've got it in the right spot. Alright, now I'm going to apply pressure because I want this secured down good and tight. With this in place, we'll now move on to applying the Rubber Flexx liquid. While we're up here, I noticed I want to actually apply some at the junction of this stucco. My surface is clean and dry. We're ready to apply this Rubber Flexx liquid coating. I'm going to be sure I'm extending past the waterproof tape and apply a liberal coating of this. So I'm going to apply some here on the stucco metal at this junction, just to be sure we don't have any leaks working their way through here. Here's the completed repair after the product has dried, and we've stopped water from finding its way between the stucco and the shingles. This is a great product. The Rubber Flexx liquid can be used on its own, but for even stronger leak stopping, it can be used as a system with the Rubber Flexx waterproof tape for 2 layers of waterproof protection. So in my concrete driveway, this expansion joint material has been cracking and peeling back, and I want to replace it. Get the old material out of here. I'm going to use this wire brush. A little bit of preparation is important. So we're going to fill in with some sand. You can also use some backer rod, but this will just make sure your liquid rubber coating gets used just for what it needs to be used for and doesn't fill in any voids that have come in under your driveway. This spout attachment makes it easy to pour out the Rubber Flexx. This self-leveling product pours out easily, works great, and is waterproof. It will last for years to come. Being flexible rubber, it will stand up to thermal expansion as the seasons pass and temperatures change. It's best to apply this in temperatures between 40 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit and when humidity is under 70%, and it won't rain for a day or two after installation. Well, there you have it. Just finished putting this Rubber Flexx liquid rubber coating down to fill the seam here in the driveway. So we've got our test pipe here with a puncture hole right there and a simulated crack. I'm going to fill this thing up with water. You want to see what you can do to slow or stop the flow. Hopefully we're able to do that. And then we're going to make sure the surface is clean and as dry as we can get it. And then we'll be using Rubber Flexx waterproof tape to repair these. Now that we've got the water flow slowed, I need to clean the pipe as much as possible. So this Leak Stopper Rubber Flexx waterproof tape will stick to most anything. It has a strong adhesive and adheres to most materials. We get the release liner, we get an edge started. With this release liner started, we're gonna put it right over the hole, put it in the middle. And then I'll finish pulling the release liner down. And now we want to try and avoid any kind of wrinkles or bubbles as much as possible and apply some good pressure. Now, because this is a flexible waterproof patch, you don't want to use it on a pressurized pipe. It should work fine on something like this where it's a drain pipe or a rain gutter, or something that doesn't have pressure that builds up in it. All right, we got this one applied. So now for the crack, I'm going to measure the length that I need. Now that I've got the release liner started, you can see just how sticky this stuff is. I'm going to line it up over my crack. Then I'll get it started up here at the top. We'll pull the release liner off. And as I pull it off, I'll be putting it down, making sure it goes down nice and smooth. Okay, now just like before, you gotta apply a lot of good pressure on this. Now, depending on your situation, you might want to apply a couple different layers of this, or even do a cross pattern over it. Get it stuck up here. We'll pull the release liner out as we stick it down. We've made a nice temporary repair here, and that'll give us time to keep this pipe doing whatever it's doing. One of the other cool things about this Rubber Flexx waterproof tape is that it's paintable. Now, the fabric backing on Rubber Flexx will pick up and soak up the paint quite nicely. It'll make this whole repair kind of blend in and disappear with the rest of the pipe. Clean any dust, pollen, sap, dirt, mold, or mildew thoroughly to be sure it's fully cleaned off. That's necessary so that Rubber Flexx will adhere properly to the surface. We're going to apply the waterproof tape first down the seam, and then you can go right over it after that with the Rubber Flexx liquid coating. Let's start with our waterproof tape here. We're going to unroll this tape out, leave the plastic release liner on, get it in position, and then we'll start removing the plastic release liner. And as we remove that, we're going to stick the first few inches down, get it held in place, cover past the edges of the waterproof tape, line it up where you want it to stick, and then just set it down kind of loosely. This really goes on quite easily once you get it lined up. Once this is pressed down firmly, we'll be ready to apply the liquid coating. We're just rolling it on, coating our waterproof tape. Let's look at how the Rubber Flexx waterproof tape gets applied over a nail hole or a screw hole. Right, so we're going over those screw holes, coming out past the edges of our waterproof tape. So we can use the Rubber Flexx liquid rubber coating to coat the inside of this pot so that as it gets watered, we don't get materials leaching out over time. The inside of this pot is cracked, so we'll use Rubber Flexx to seal it up. So before I apply the liquid rubber coating, I need to make sure the inside of my pots, the surfaces, are clean and dry. So this is really easy to apply. Just get some on our brush, and bring it in. Now this will seal up the cracks, help make sure we don't get water and moisture leaking through this. Now on this clay pot, I'm just going to paint all the way around up to this line and get this leak stopping protection in the pot. This is just applying a coating of liquid rubber that'll prevent water and minerals from migrating out through the walls of the pot. So you saw how easy that was to apply the Rubber Flexx liquid rubber coating. These were just 6 of many ways to use Rubber Flexx. There is such versatility with this flexible, easy to install waterproof product. Leave a comment on how you would try using the liquid rubber coating or waterproof tape. Thanks to the Gardner Gibson Company for sponsoring this video. I hope you found it helpful. Be sure to subscribe and watch for more videos helping you solve problems around your home.